Welcome to part 2 of Captain Underpants and the Perilous plot of Professor Poopypants. Action, romance, just kidding. Laughs, the fourth epic novel by Pilkey. Alright, that was a mess up. Alright, let's take off where we last left off. So, alright, Professor Poopypants wanted to take over the world, so he took his inventions outside with the gerbil jogger and grew it to the size of Godzilla. His boy and his mom were strolling down the street when the boy noticed Professor Poopypants. He pointed out that there was a guy climbing a giant robot, but his mom said that next thing you'll know, he'll be saying that there will be a giant man in his underwear battling that giant robot. So anyways, Professor Poopypants shrinks the school, and the news reporter comes, asks him what he wants. Professor Poopypants said that he wants a pencil. The news reporter tosses him a pencil, and he finds three bulletin boards and starts to write stuff for everyone to change their name. And this is the moment where you pause the video to receive your new name. Alright, anyways, everyone had to change their new name, including Mr. Krupp, who was now Benjamin Krupp, or Benny Krupp. And all the kids started laughing. Professor Poopypants said that the kids would have to change their new names. And now George and Harold came from George and Harold to Fluffy and Cheeseball. And I shall now refer to them as Fluffy and Cheeseball from now on. So Fluffy and Cheeseball go to Mr. Krupp. I can't remember what his name was, but they snap their fingers and he turns to Captain Underpants. And Captain Underpants was told that he had to change his name, but he doesn't take any orders from anyone, but he takes an order from his two quote-unquote sidekicks, and he goes to save the day by grabbing the Goozy Grill, but fails because, well, he still grabs it, but he's so small, they can't even see him, although they are small, but except they're a lot bigger, which pretty much makes no sense if you think about it. Well, it does make sense. Whatever. And George and Harold wonder where he is. So they go into the school and aim the Goozy Girl at the school, but Professor Poopypants noticed them, and they just, tip the school over, and they fall. And they fall to their doom, and they are dead. The end. Anyway, just kidding. For some coincidence, Cheeseball notices a piece of paper in his pocket. I guess he's busy making comic books, and he makes a paper airplane, and Fluffy grows it with the Goozy Grow 4000. I think it's 4000, and they fly with it, and they experience a wiener dog to the wood chipper, and eventually to a steamroller. And it's all thanks to Captain Underpants, who led them out of the danger. So he lands them on the ground and thinks how they're going to defeat him. But since they have the Goozy Grow, they think that if they grow Captain Underpants to the size of Professor Poopypants, they would have a chance. But the problem is he's so small, so Captain Underpants lands on Cheeseball's finger, and Fluffy makes a mistake by growing, instead of Captain Underpants, Cheeseball's hand to the size of, I don't know, like a regular human hand. So Captain Underpants grows to a big monster, and Cheeseball will have a hard time picking his nose with his right hand. And now the boy and the mom are back again, and it's a coincidence, I guess. So, and comes the Flip-O-Rama fight. So now that Captain Underpants has defeated Professor Poopypants, everyone's name has been now back to their normal one. And George makes a pun by saying, give Captain Underpants a big hand. And apparently Harold is not amused due to his big hand. So they decide to grow them back to regular size, where Harold and George are, where Harold's hand now matches the rest of his body, and now they do the same thing to Captain Underpants in the school. George orders Captain Underpants to turn back into Mr. Krupp, and by putting on his clothes and pouring water on his head, and now he's back to Mr. Krupp. And there's one thing that George and Harold did not get. Wouldn't it be smarter for Poopypants to change his name instead of making the rest of the world change their names? And so he did. They received the letter a few weeks later, I believe, and apparently his name is now Tippy Tinkletrousers, which is, I believe, a new teaser for a book that's coming out 5 books after this, so yeah, stay tuned. And they learned that you should never make fun of a person's name, but they should also learn never to hypnotize their principal, because next time someone snaps their fingers like this, and Mr. Krupp hears it, he turns back into you-know-who. Oh no, here we go again. This marks the end of Captain Underpants and the Polaris Plot of Professor Poopypants. If you guys enjoyed this review, please give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment down what your new name was. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, and side note, I hope no pets were harmed, because the gerbil jogger kind of made hamsters and gerbils and guinea pigs jug.